owners, landowners, and farmers will be driven off their land to convert this utopian, to make this utopian vision of wilderness. Well, the people in South Florida are not just going to roll over and play dead. They have come together and very recently created what they call the Sawgrass Rebellion. And organizations all over this country are joining with them to stand, to say enough is enough. This is a land of the free, not a land to be governed by a collective advised by environmental extremists to achieve a pre-Columbian vision of wilderness. I believe that we are making some progress. I believe that we are getting the attention of some of the people in Congress. I believe that ultimately the land of the free shall remain the land of the free and not the land of the manipulated. But we still have a great deal of work to do. And the way it will work and be successful is if we realize that the challenges that we face, regardless of our area of concern, is a part of this massive plan to achieve global governance based on a philosophy of centralized management. Call it global governance or world government. But if you realize that this is the philosophy that is permeating our public policy in almost every arena, then we can work together to advance the principles of freedom, which shall prevail. If we do not, we could very well endure a generation or more of continued oppression before that spark of freedom and rebellion arises again. I invite you to join with those organizations that stand in support of the people in South Florida, of the people in Klamath Basin, of the people in the Bay of Fundy, the people in Indiana, the people in every community who are being converted to a sustainable community, and recognize that it is the principles of freedom that are being tread upon, and that we must stand together. And if we do, there's no question about it, we shall prevail. I want my children, my grandchildren, and their children's children to live in the land of the free, to be able to achieve the maximum of their God-given potential, to not be governed by a collective, a Soviet, or a government. We must maintain, sustain that principle of government empowered by the consent of the governed. If we relinquish that right, we will be squashed by our government. Now we have 14 minutes for questions. If you have one, please come to the mic. Yes, sir.